Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Stephanie. Thank you for joining. Today we're going to go to Littleton, New Hampshire. They are having a festival called the Gathering of the Jack-o'-lanterns. It's supposed to be jack-o'-lanterns everywhere. I heard it's really cool. So there's a river that runs through Littleton, and from what I understand, they have so many jack-o'-lanterns they even put them on the granite, I guess you could call them kind of like stair steps in the river where the granite goes over like little tiny cliffs. They put the jack-o'-lanterns even on those granite like stair steps, for lack of a better term. So I'm hoping to get some good footage. It's a little crappy outside today, so hopefully the weather doesn't ruin it. We're just gonna trudge through because it's fall in New England, and that's what happens at this time of the year. So you just do things. You get out and you go, and that way you don't get stuck in a rut, basically, in the winter. You just dress for the occasion. Today, I want to do a Halloween look because we are so close to Halloween. Of course, by the time you see this, Halloween will probably have passed. But it's still hopefully gonna be cool. What I was thinking was a really good Halloween inspired look. You know, when you think of Halloween, you think of orange and purple and green, and I picked up this lime green Kat Von D eyeshadow. It's a metal crush eyeshadow called Electric Warrior, and it is green. It is beautiful green. It is intense. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a green smoky eye. And also, I just got some new foundation. It's the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. I wanted to test this out. It is going to be rainy and windy, so if this stuff holds up, that's going to be amazing. If it doesn't, it's going to be rainy and windy. So I don't know. It might be a little hard to gauge how it works, but we're gonna give it a fair shot. This is the color number 6 Ivory. The girl in Sephora actually color matched me. Now, we all know the lighting in Sephora isn't spectacular, so we'll see. Anyways, let's get to it. I've already done some color correcting because if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know I get pretty bad rosacea, and especially in the winter when it gets cold and windy, it really just, it's there. We've color corrected. I've put a little concealer under my eyes so far. So far it looks pretty good. It's a very nice finish. I like the finish. And we'll see how it dries down. Hopefully it doesn't oxidize too much. And it is giving me some decent coverage. It says that it is foundation and concealer. Now, I don't know that I would necessarily use this as my concealer. I think you would have to put a couple layers down for it to actually really be a strong conceal. So far, and I don't know if the camera's picking this up, it looks slightly dewy right now. Of course, again, when it dries down, I don't know how that's gonna look. Again, hopefully it doesn't oxidize too much. I'm hoping that it won't change the color of it. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some concealer and some bronzer and contour, and we'll move into the eyes from there. Okay, so I put on a little bronzer and contour and powder on my face, and now we're gonna get into the eyes. Okay, so we're gonna go in with just a light neutral color. I'm just gonna swipe it all over the lid for, you know, blending purposes. This is Wet n Wild, it's Brulee. And I did use a primer. Next, we're gonna keep this look as simple as possible. So I'm just really gonna use a light transition shade, and it's basically only to put some depth into the eyes. I'm going into my Dare to Create 39A palette, and I'm gonna use this first transition shade. The name of that transition shade is Bear, and just go into the crease just to deepen a little bit and above the crease. And I'm gonna go into the one next to it just to add just the tiniest bit more depth. That color is Canvas. And we'll just try and keep this closer to the crease. And we're gonna keep this palette out because I'm going to use that black in a little bit. Because the black that's in this palette is pretty good. Now with the green shade, I'm going to use a trusty sponge applicator. Now, I know a lot of people don't like using these, and I get it, but because we're trying to get in here fairly precisely without having a bunch of fallout, I would normally use my finger, but with this color, because it is so vivid, it's going to be very obvious if it gets everywhere. So I figure I did do it before with the sponge and it turned out pretty good. So we're going to work with the green now. Oh, that color is so beautiful. It's so vivid, it's just striking. I'm gonna go about 2/3 of the way over on my lid because we're gonna go on the side and smoke it out with that black. So we don't need to take it all the way across the lid. Alright, so now we're going to go back into our Morphe palette and we're going to use the color Muse. That's this black right here. And just pack that on and just kind of run it up into the crease just the tiniest bit. And it looks patchy right now, but we're going to blend that in. Taking a little smaller fluffy brush, I'm just going to blend that up. And then I'm just going to take a little fine eyeliner brush and I'm going to smudge some of that black and bring that in. I'm just going to use the flat brush that we were using before and just kind of blend that out a little bit. So it doesn't look like it has a seam. So that's what the eyeshadow looks like right now. I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna put some eyeliner and some mascara on. I think I'm gonna do my waterline and we're gonna put some black glitter on because let's be extra, and I'll see you back here. Okay, so I threw on some eyeliner and I decided to apply the glitter before the mascara because last time I did it after mascara, I got glitter glue in my mascara and it was a hot mess. So I'm using the NYX glitter glue. It came with my glitter kit. I'm gonna use a black holographic glitter. Now I don't know if you can really see it. I'm just gonna do where, oh, what's going on here? I'm just gonna do on my eyeliner and a little bit in the black on my lid. And I've already put down my glitter glue. So that area is now tacky. And I love this glitter because it's very fine. Very, very fine glitter. I feel like when you start using, like if you use chunky glitter and it gets into your eye, you might as well call it a night. And I see it getting on my cheek already. That's gonna be good. Oh, and it's showing up so pretty. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. Hopefully you can see it on camera. It's really beautiful. And now we can brush the glitter that's on our cheek away and put on our mascara, and we won't have to worry about getting glitter glue in our mascara after it's already been done. Okay, so I went ahead and put on my mascara. I added some blush and some highlighter, and I put a little bit of highlighter on my inner corner. I love this green. And the Aurora highlighter, that Anastasia kit, sometimes the unique colors come in very handy, especially for eyeshadow. So threw on a little lipstick, and here's the finished look. Now we will see you in Littleton for the Gathering the Jack-O-Lanterns. really quick before I forget, I just got the BH Cosmetics, sorry about that. I got the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and I got the Foil Eyes palette from BH Cosmetics in the mail just like a week or so ago. And I haven't had a lot of chance to really test them out, but if you want to see me do a look or a review on those palettes, please make a comment in this comment section below. Want me to do that? I'm happy to do it. Yes. So we are in Littleton at their pumpkin festival. It is super windy, so it's really making it very, very cold. But I'm on the covered bridge. There's pumpkins in every single open slot. Most of them are lit up. I think the wind's blown some of them out, but it's really beautiful. And there's people walking around that are all dressed up, and you'll see that in my video because they're crazy. They did a great job. But anyways, we're gonna go check out the pumpkins on the other side of the river. We just got home from Littleton. We went to their pumpkin festival, and I gotta say, I couldn't get a whole lot of footage, and it was really difficult to vlog because, first of all, it was so cold. The wind was fierce, and I said to Scott, now I understand why people up here say wicked all the time, because that wind was whipping so hard there was no other word really to describe it. It was wicked cold. And honestly, that made it less fun than it could have been. But you know what? It was still cool. There were a lot of pumpkins, but half of them were blown out, unfortunately. It was, when we first got there was a lot that were still lit, and we started to go walking around and looking at them all. We went to Schillings for dinner, which we really enjoy Schillings every time we've gone, but they stuck us in a table, like a two-person table that was right next to the kitchen. The chaos of being where the kitchen entryway was made it not a pleasant experience, which is unfortunate because we really like Schillings. They have great pub food, and you know, it's just a cool atmosphere. The place is in an old grind mill. It's right on the river. It's okay. One of the guys in the new brewing building, which I have footage of, it's beautiful. They just built it. It's right there on the river next to the restaurant itself. But he said that it's the oldest commercial building north of Concord, New Hampshire. So that's old. Oh well. Anyways, sitting by the kitchen entry is no bueno. No bueno. They should completely eliminate that table altogether. We would have happily waited an extra 15 minutes to have had a different table. So, Schillings, just my own personal opinion, get rid of that table. Just eliminate it. It's too close to the other table also, so especially if you're sitting next to somebody with little kids and they want to climb all over the place and they're just up in your business. So that table is no bueno. No bueno. Anyone who likes your establishment will be very willing to wait an extra 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. Okay, anyway, so other than that, we had wanted to go film some of the pumpkins and everything while it was still light out, but we got a call back for our table before we could actually do that. So by the time we got ready to go out and take pictures and film, 3/4 of the pumpkins were blown out, which was really sad, but it was ridiculously windy. It was, and the wind whipping off of that river was just, treacherously cold. So we didn't stay very long, not as long as we would have liked to. I got a little bit of footage, and there was these people walking around, and I think they were part of the zombie walk. They were cool. They really went all out, and I think I got some photos or footage of them, so I'll include that. Now, I used a primer and I used a setting spray with this foundation, and I don't know whether it's not looking great because it was so cold out, my skin is just really irritated, or whether it just came off, but my rosacea is showing through pretty badly. My eyeshadow did really well. That green is fabulous. Very happy with that. I'm happy with that purchase. it would have been an amazing experience if it hadn't been so cold. So hopefully next year we can do this again, because they have it every single year. They did it last year too, so it's just disappointing that the weather didn't cooperate, but that's New England in fall, winter. Thank you for joining me. If you liked what you see, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, click that subscribe button and ring that notification bell, and it will let you know when I'm uploading videos. And until next time, we shall see you later. Thanks for joining. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.